development programs meant to make a difference in the lives of people had to be shelved. The second is that as a consequence of 2017, we initiated, together with millions of Kenyans, the BBI process that was meant to build bridges and create inclusive politics and end ethnic majoritarianism. If the court had subjected its decision to stop BBI to a cost-benefit analysis, in other words, if it had considered the burden of choice, then there are questions the judiciary would have asked. If we indeed were at a constitutional moment, is a decision against BBI a decision in support of the status quo? If BBI were to be stopped, who carries the burden of choice? On whose shoulders will ethnic majoritarianism rest? And who will carry the burden of losing 30% of our national budget every 5 years due to the toxic politics that BBI sought to resolve? The judiciary would have asked itself another question. Can Kenya truly be a democracy if the people are denied the opportunity to express their sovereign and supreme choice at the ballot box on the basis of elevating technicalities over the overriding objectives of the law? Our Constitution, fellow Kenyans, is not a yoke around our necks, but rather it should be a mighty sword that can break the chains that limit all of us as citizens. The moral foundations of justice demands that the judiciary bears the burden of choice and the consequences, therefore, especially when the burden of judicial choices is proposed to be carried out by the people. Fellow Kenyans, as I turn to the national question of our times, as is the national tradition every Madaraka Day, I wish to remind us of an instruction left behind by the founding father of our nation, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. He said, and I quote, "Our children, born and unborn, may learn about the heroes of the past, but our present task is to make ourselves architects of the future." End of quote. This, fellow Kenyans, was a call to action. It was a call to predict the future by creating it. And against this backdrop, the national question of the moment must be poised. If indeed freedom is nothing but an opportunity to become better, how have we enriched what the founding fathers placed in our custody? Have we made it better than we found it? And has Kenya occupied its rightful place in the society of nations as a result of our